keeps telling me that it's unable to connect. So if somebody can tell me, you know, what's happening. Maybe if I tap top chat, some messages such as live. Welcome to live chat. Remember to blah 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 blah. Okay. We've got 6 people, it appears. Aha, King James, hello. Okay, James, I announced this about maybe 40 minutes ago. Did that show up, assuming you're a subscriber? Um, uh, Outlaw, hello, how are you? Okay, it did show up. Thank you, James. Thank you, King James. Okay, so I think my little shadow thing here is a tad too high, so difficulty connecting and all that jazz. Let's see, I'll put you into our Cradle. I know I'm just a mess. Okay, I think that works. Okay, so in addition to announcing, learning how to announce, to schedule the live stream. I also wanted to see if I could perform dinner. I am learning that this phone, I thought you could flip the camera from front to back. Uh, you can do it, but not while recording. Explain to me what the whole purpose. I have no idea why they even engineered such a thing. If you can't do it, okay, but while recording, which was like totally stupid. And I believe the way you do it is by nope, nope, nope. So apparently, there is no flipping of the camera. Let me I can mute the microphone. Okay, good to know. Ah, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Ta-da! Well, there we go. All righty then. And then back to my ugly mug. Okay, well, at least we know we can do it live. Makes absolutely no logical sense why it can't be done while you're recording, but whatever, you know. Alrighty. Then, you ready? Got my little burner. Just a crack. Hello, everybody. Hey, Julie, what's going on? Yes, indeed. All right. So, let's see what else we got here. I know. I forgot to get the canola. This is good for your French toast and your pancakes, but it'll do in a pinch. Somebody's cooking oil exploded on them, so you definitely want to make sure it's you know, away from the flame, and it will be. Okay, and now dinner. There we go. Chinese from a couple days ago. I can never eat it all at once. I know. Surprise, surprise, right? My big ass. Alrighty, a little shrimp fried rice, small. I can't really eat the big stuff. Yeah. Let's see, we got Outlaw, we got Julie, what was that, Shane? Let's see. Scroll back here. See who's talking about what. Yeah, I guess I'm trying to keep up the conversation, do a little cooking action. There you go. This stuff, it does come back pretty decent. Um, in case you didn't know, I don't have a microwave. Part of what is this thing called? My back's killing me. Part of my nonprofits program is supposed to help with furnishings. So there's a whole bunch that I don't have. In addition to furniture, I don't have a microwave. So this is my little I guess this is what people did before there were microwaves, huh? All right. Okay. Only disadvantage here is that I can't really put you guys on pause. Let's see. That looks good. Yeah, I hope it does. I hope it is good, Julie. Let's. There we go. All right. So I just kind of eyeball the old flame. Nothing too high and dramatic. And if I'm not mistaken, okay. A little water. Just enough to actually just enough to create some steam. Do 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 do. All right. You don't want this stuff to be too old, so I ordered this 2 nights ago actually. And actually that's pretty much all you really have to do for now anyway. And you put your dome on it. Okay. And it pretty much does the rest, you know. Got your flame that's not too high, not too low, you know, because it's really just a slow heat kind of a thing. I like to take my packets, heat up my soy sauce. Soy sauce. Soy sauce. There you go. Hopefully they won't slide off. All right. Okay. Dinner is on. Alrighty, dighty. Let us put you back into our little cradle. And maybe we can talk a little bit about what's going on. How I've been feeling. This is the first time I've ever done anything like this. I think it's pretty cool. I gotta remember to talk to my little camera, my little they call it a punch hole. It looks like a punch hole. So let's see what you guys were talking about. Let's see. I'm just kind of scrolling back because I know everybody's saying hellos and all that good stuff. And let's see, what is that, Julie? Wouldn't that be easier on the stove, or did I miss something? Yes, Julie, you missed the fact that I'm poor. That's an electric stove, and it can definitely send that bill up. Oh, by the way, here I'll show you guys, because if you guys ever wonder why I am hooded up, yeah, it's not because I'm trying to look all mysterious. Ooh. I'm the mysterious terrorist. No. We lost today. I don't run this heat. You know, I don't. I don't run the heat. Too much. There goes the cradle. I'm back. Yeah. I have to be very, very careful and conservative with my energy usage. I only get, but sorry, I'm getting comfortable. And I really have to be very careful with it. Yeah, Julie, thanks. I'm glad you understand. You should watch ASMR. It will make you go to sleep. I usually like a cup of milk and my like a very, very basic free kind of a Hulu. So I've been doing a little Hulu action. Um, let's see, what else have I been doing? But yeah, I usually watch, like YouTube and Hulu, and now that I have internet, basically again, the poor Galaxy, God bless it. This poor thing, it has been through the ringer. It's just cracked to an absolute. It's just. You guys want to see something? Because I know you guys think that I'm sometimes crazy and that nobody's hacking or tracking you. Get ready to watch this. That's my sister, in case you don't know. I don't know, is it reversed? It might be reversed for you, but this is it's on it, man. When I took this phone in to the Sprint technicians, they said they've never seen anything like this. The phone has indeed been hacked into oblivion. This mysterious thing, it popped up about 2 years ago. I've always known that I'm being watched and hacked. It is my personal belief that it is law enforcement utilizing their relations with Silicon Valley. You have to help us watch this guy, this guy who is, you know, ooh, you know, this guy who could do a lot of damage. And of course, setting a little bit high here, maybe tilt down. There we go. Yeah, so there you go. Oh yeah, somebody had asked earlier tonight that I should do this live, that I would have 1,000 videos. I have over 1,000 videos. I was very rarely do I ever go to my analytics, but I was monkeying around in them tonight, just learning the bells and whistles of the phone and stuff. Apparently, 12 of my videos are set to private. I have absolutely no idea why. The only video that I have set to private is my last will and testament. I cannot afford a probate lawyer, so I put my final wishes into a YouTube video and then set it to private. Um, I'm sure law enforcement and Silicon Valley would probably access telling you of connection issues. Is it really is the stream really janky? Is it really like pixely? Like what's the quality like, guys? And I don't know. I got this thing set up on. I did. Good lord, it cuts in and out. I'm sorry. It is good to see you. I hope you continue to do this. It looks good, but it keeps cutting out. Yeah, Julie. It does keep cutting in the middle of winter. Cutting out. Maybe if I move to a different spot, we could check on our dinner. Let's check on dinner. Yeah, there it is. It's kind of a steaming up inside. Let's see if we can move the lid. And we'll give it a stir. Bit of a stir. There we go. Some nice steam. Boy. This is not a cooking show. This isn't a mukbang fetish thing. I just figure I'd like to have a little dinner, talk about what's going on in my life. So yeah, it's getting there. Not too watery. It's nice and steamy, just like it should be. I'll put like a little hole there because the fire is directly underneath that part, so it keeps it from sticking. And it just kind of, steams out there on the sides and stuff like that. Little donut hole. And let's see. There you go. And there you go. And there you go. Yeah, I was saying about the season. We're in the middle of winter, and there is no foliage on. Uh, cutting in and out, cutting in and out. This is strange too. I don't know. Maybe I'll. So there you go. Let's see if we can chit chat a little bit about um my program. I am very appreciative of my program, collaborative, supportive program. They're good. You know what? And I have a very peculiar, strange complaint, if you want to call it that, about them, because they are a very, very results-oriented program, to my observation. Um, if any of you guys know, in my coverage of homelessness crisis, cut. I'm trying to think if there's, I don't know. Maybe if I hold it, I don't know. You know what? Buffering. Yeah, I know, JP. It is buffering. I have what it's set up against. I'll show you. I have it in this cradle here, where I just set it into the cradle. One thing I could definitely talk about is that Revenge of the Nerds. I'm telling you, these nerds, they really are striking some hell of a revenge. They are definitely constructing all of this technology where you have to really be affluent. You have to be just, that's your thing. And if it's not your thing, well, then the device that you paid so much money for, um, you're basically in child fencing, the Fisher Price fencing. Okay, here's a couple of features that entertain you, while we tech nerds go on to do, some really cool shit. So social media, it's applications, it's very user friendly. They want you to get on it, but just using these functions of the phone, I'm also learning that everything is app. I don't get that. The phone themselves can't really do anything. They're like a convention center, if you will. They just simply they provide a venue for the function of the app to be in. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it was the batteries in the phone. Maybe I should, I don't know. Let's see what happens. We'll see what happens when I take the battery case away, and I will cradle the phone again. The battery case. However, there are batteries underneath the phone. I don't know if that's going to help or hurt. Um, but yeah, Silicon Valley, it's very Revenge of the Nerd-ish. They definitely are hoarding hoarding the technology to themselves. It is being elite oriented. Only certain types of people are going to be able to utilize this. Think about it like this: when I was into my action figure collecting, a lot of the it would probably surprise you as to the things that we in the collector community, we kept an eye on China's minimum wage, their raw resources. Because remember, these action figures are made of plastics. If you remember that Heath Ledger Movie Master thing I was telling you guys about, it became so expensive because of the different types of raw materials. All right, let's check on dinner. It should should be just about ready. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it was those. I don't know. Maybe the phone is acting a bit better. A wee bit better. All right. There she be. All right. Let's plate this bad mamba jamba. All right. Yeah, she's good to go. All right. Kill it. Switch you around. Sorry, I have to give you an upshot. Because, let's see if one of those stay. Or maybe you can. Plating. I know, sorry. Give me a minute here. And I will write to you as I am plating. I'm plating my culinary masterpiece. It's my culinary masterpiece. All right, here we go. Here we go. There she be. Culinary masterpiece. Grab our fork. Doot, doot, doot. All right. Put them in me pocket. And away we go. Dinner is on. Alrighty. Back in our cradle. You still buffering, JP? I see you do a live stream. Chef Total Control. Yeah. Chef Total Control. Oh, man. Don't make me date myself. Mega After School. Hello, what is up? Welcome to the live stream. I think you're a new one. I haven't heard of you before. Let's see. You guys want to, I mean, not to go all mukbangy, but so you guys want to. It does help to heat up the sauces. And as you can see, I don't have a table to eat off of, so I've just kind of been utilizing my this is a stool actually that I bought from what is this? You know, it's like a little camping stool, you know? It's a camping stool. There you go. Lunch on, because I don't want to be rude. But hey, man, from what I understand, this not much, yeah, man. Waiting from Queensbury, New York. Oh, okay, it's a huge improvement compared to a year ago. Yes, it is, Julie. It is. Let's see. I was talking about my nonprofit. They are a very results-oriented nonprofit because I'm always lambasting so many nonprofits out there Don't even get me started on their cockamamie bullshit. Oh, this is their art therapy room. This is their yoga room. Don't get me started. Mm, mm. It resurrects really good. Um, but yeah, they'll all of these ridiculous programs, and they will a lot of money goes into them, you know. So, see if I can't turn. That way I'm not so much into negative space. Look at me. Aren't I the photographer? Negative space. Ooh. And yeah, I gotta remember to speak to my little hole punch camera up there. And but yeah, so let me bring home this point about my nonprofit before I keep forgetting. Very results oriented. I really want their funding tripled, quadrupled. Why? Not because I'm so in love with nonprofits, but because they're results. You know, you bring me results that get homeless people in homes. Okay, I don't want to hear about your bullshit art therapy rooms and your doolally shit. I've already told you guys. I am very, very appreciative of the grab bag goodie stuff, you know. That's all great. That's all fine and dandy. But hey man, the homeless, they're dying out there. You know, praise God for this mild winter that we've had. But it isn't always going to be so. No. So it's a results oriented nonprofit, collaborative, supportive program in conjunction with community enterprise. And that's what I'm talking about, you know, getting the homeless off the streets. So I'd like to see this program just basically spread like a virus, all 50 states. However, we'll get to my little complaint. My nonprofit owes me nothing. Nothing whatsoever. Seriously. The weird thing that happened though is that with my social worker, it's a cool dude, but things just started getting really weird like 6 months ago. Um After we got the security deposit money secured for me to move in, he kind of began to like fall off the scope. I'm like, well, you know, I consider myself low maintenance. I'm a low maintenance client, I'd like to think. Um, and maybe some of his other clients are higher maintenance. Excuse me, I don't mean to talk a mouthful. That require more assistance and supervision. You know, that's cool. But the thing that I tentatively tried to communicate to him was, can you just block me out 1, maybe 2 days where it's just you and I doing the footwork out in the car and doing the stuff that we needed for the furniture stuff, um, energy assistance, and I think we also needed to do food stamps at the time, and the furniture and the health insurance. You know, YWC, what's going on? Download the app Streamlabs. It will allow you to get donations as a stream. See, Megan. Um, I don't think I will take donations. I've got I've got what do you call it? A GoFundMe. I have no idea if it's active, but it's there. I have a PayPal link. What is it? A super chat? You know they take like 30% of your money. Are you okay with that? You tell me. You know, um, they take a whole lot of money. Whereas GoFundMe, they take a much more reasonable 8%, if I'm not mistaken. And depending on the nature of the transfer of funds for the PayPal, there might be no money involved at all as far as the fee goes. Um, Also, I'm not calling no names, but I've seen uh, people get a little bit jammed up the IRS when it comes to these donations and things. Um, God only knows if suddenly the if suddenly I get this huge influx of money, kind of like an Andrew Yang fiasco, you could suddenly find yourself not qualifying for any of this stuff. So, nah, we're able to, next month. So it's not a safe thing to do. Um, but yeah, you got to think, exercise good prudence. What do you call it? What do you say there, JP? The poster child example of nonprofit that helped you. Glad to hear the story. Okay. Yeah. I'd like to see my nonprofit program go viral throughout the nation. It helps. It's results oriented. But yeah, my social worker, he's a good dude. He just kind of fell off the grid there. I try to do as much as I can for myself. Just some things that I just like, kind of like this phone. I'm just fumbling around and I have no clue whatsoever. Let's see if I can bring you guys in a bit closer. So just fumble around and but he's a good dude. The healthcare, that's kind of my biggest axe to grind. For some strange reason, he was here a couple of days ago, and for some strange reason, he was adamant about not completing my healthcare application and that he was going to leave that to whomever was going to take over for him. Thing. So I get it, Healthcare, that's a bitch, man. That's a beast. It's the driving epicenter of our election. Let's see. Election. Shift gears. Buttigieg. Why Buttigieg, huh? Well, the phone that I'm communicating to you on is basically the equivalent of Pete Buttigieg. This is Joe Biden. Okay. That's not to say that everything the phone that I'm on right now can do everything, but this old clunker, it had some serious advantages. I'm serious. I am unfortunately learning. I had my suspicions. I did understand because I do have, you know, the old burners. The burners are a lot newer than a lot newer than the Galaxy. Okay, and the like the Uncle Joe phone, yeah, Uncle Joe phones, and like the timeline, that shows like you tap your screen, your timeline lights up, and in it you'll see those little yellow dots that indicate how many commercials are in this video and where they're located at and the time duration. So I understood that YouTube had gone commercial crazy, so I wasn't completely oblivious. But this phone, the operating system was so old, it just blasted right through it. I was watching all those videos that are monetized and just entrenched with just dot, red, yellow dot after yellow dot of what do you call it? It's some kind of Julie. It's some kind of a, they call it like a mid-range galaxy. It's one of the galaxies. Stuff like that. Um, it's not a flagship. I couldn't have. Some things are up to like 1,000 or $1,500 out your goddamn mind. And bear in mind, no matter what the phone is, how expensive it is, you can't actually do anything. It's just a big convention center. It is yours, you know. So it's one of the reasons why I was holding on to old Joe. And yeah, Joe was my first choice. I'm sorry. Oh, I am sorry. If there's anything Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton have driven home loud and clear, we're done with the political scandals. Just completely done with that shit. Um, I'm not completely ignorant to how young and inexperienced Buttigieg is, but he's not oblivious either. Kind of like how I understood YouTube is commercial as hell. Buttigieg knows what he's done with the political scandals. You elect Joe Biden, God is my witness. Joe will have either a heart attack or a stroke defending himself against endless uh, investigation. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, you got the alt right harping about how bloodthirsty the left was going after Trump and all of his bullshit. Trust me, the left exercised a lot of constraint. Pelosi didn't want that impeachment. She tried very hard to avoid that shit. She was left with no choice. Um, and the Republicans knew that. I don't know if Trump necessarily was gunning for an impeachment, but I think the GOP was. The GOP is using Trump, you know that, right? As a cudgel, as napalm, as Agent Orange, pun intended. They want to just simply burn everything down. The GOP has had a lot of issues with the Constitution for a very, very long time. They're willing to just burn the shit down and reconstitute the Reconstitution in their favor. And yeah, they're going to let Trump do that. So, mhm. um, Joe's he's an old fire horse, all right. But dude, when I called because I could no longer send pictures via text message on this phone, Sprint gave me this crazy ass pound code that fucked that phone up. It fucked that phone up. It took whatever was left of the browser and annihilated it. It not only did it annihilate the browser, it the phone couldn't even send and receive a phone call. Couldn't do anything at all. Nothing. You think he's quid pro quo, Joe? Well, I really want to get down to it. That is the nature of politics. Um, Politics is ugly. Everybody's looking to get something out of it for themselves. But that's what I'm going with Buttigieg. He's about as clean as my new phone, devoid of computer hacks. Although for how long that's going to be, I don't know. You know, they said they never seen anything like it. I'll tell you off. I tell you, that's why I don't pay the money for these things. We pay all this money. I still say it's law enforcement. Either it's law enforcement or it's law enforcement off duty, meaning they're not necessarily utilizing the department's um, authority and hardware to spy and hack my phone. And if that is the case, well, then they're going to learn just how difficult it is hiding your digital data in these phones. Yeah, strange how when I talk about law enforcement or me being perceived as a terrorist, oh boy, we got connection issues. But yeah, I think it's either law enforcement or law enforcement off duty hacking me. I'm pretty much sure I'm one of the half of, what is it, you had China. Doesn't China have all of our social security numbers by now? They got it all. China hacked us like a motherfucker. Did I go to jail on one of my videos? Outlaw Justin. Not on one of my videos, no. Oh, wait a minute. Well, no. I didn't go to jail. Officer Ralph Burke, Pleasantville Police Department. He did arrest me for legally utilizing the road. I made a video about it, and I just simply was writing. A commenter. I forget their name. If they're still subscribed, thank you very much for pointing it out. And a jaywalker, an illegal jaywalker. Hello, what is it? Is that Jorge Torres? Am I saying that correctly, Jorge? I hope I'm saying that correctly. Jaywalker right in front of the police vehicle that ended up pulling me over. So we saw where Officer Ralph Burke from the Pleasantville Police Department completely ignored somebody that actually was breaking a law and to pull me over just because I was doing something that was outside of his continuity of what could be done. Yeah, what the fuck, Justin? Seriously, it is a what the fuck kind of a life that I've had. It's been a while. Yeah, dinner was good. Dinner was good. My little fried rice. I'm telling you, if I can talk a little bit about the economy here, um, Chinese way back in like 91, 2, something like that. The fried rice platters, my God, you got 5 chicken wings, and the platter, it was a mound of platter and 5 chicken wings packed on top of it, and they could barely get the clamshell thing closed, and they would staple it. They'd have to stay like 3 staples, man. It was just bursting, and you could easily eat 2 people or have 2 meals. Um, and yeah, that was Hop Shing in Pleasantville. What up, Hop Shing? Good old times, man. And I was in there a couple of years ago. I think I stopped in and I got a, and it was just sad. What was presented to me for double the money. That super heaping platter, $3.75. Wow. And it's like the clamshell, the rice is like kind of like a scoop of rice is on one side and the chicken wings on the other. And I'm telling you, what is it? Yeah, Justin. That was a rough video. Do you know all of these police interaction videos? Very rarely do I ever watch those videos, rewatch them. I unfortunately I had to watch the Ralph Burke one a number of times so that I'd have my defense together. So many people, actually, either whether they're urban, black, or white, or Latino, or whomever, they just simply trust their defense attorney. They'll just simply say, okay, well, it's in the court-appointed defense attorney. I'll sit back and whatever. No, I definitely had to play a very active participation, active participant in my own criminal defense. Don't ever think that you can just simply leave that to your defense attorney's thing. You watched every single video? Wow. I am impressed. Thank you very much. There are many who do think that I have these nefarious things. What do you got? Atlahan? Anyone ever tell you? Oh, Atla, am I saying that was Attila? Excuse me, Attila. I'll get it. Attila Han. Attila the Han. Haha. I will share with you guys my high school nickname. Oh, here we go. Uh, who wants to hear the high school nickname? Let me know now. People like to know good. Yeah. They called me Julie. Yeah, I guess you do. Oh my God. With this big with me being so light and that big old English nose, my nickname was Big Bird. I'm this big old pear shaped, 6 feet, 3 inches tall, big old honking schnoz of an English nose. I've got an Englishman's nose, light skin, yellow, as they'd say. Yeah, it's pretty hysterical. They called me Big Bird. Yeah, well, hey, you could have been called worse, you know. Hell, I have been called worse. Kids ain't right. Like I say, you could have been called worse. And I have been called worse, every kind of faggot, fat faggot, whatever, so whatever. If I probably would have been allowed in the military, I wouldn't be surprised. That would have been my name. Big Bird, we need you over here. Big Bird. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, so thanks so much for hanging out, guys. I think we'll wrap it maybe the hour mark or something like that. So I don't want to keep you guys too long. You were very kind to hang out with me tonight. I am, and like I say, The economy is a very strange and cruel one. What it says, Attila Hunt says, could be worse. Damn, the positivity unreal. And here, shit can't wait for IRL. You go live more often. I will. I am gonna go live more often if I can. I think I don't want to speak too soon. I think I've worked out the kinks. I guess it was the batteries, you know. Maybe it was blocking the signal. Yeah, well, thank you, Julie, for hanging out. Thank everybody. Julie Outlaw, Attila the Han, Jorge. You know, you guys were totally awesome, and I really want to just simply put out a different version of what it means to be homeless and recover from homelessness. It is rough. It's very rough. Here, I'll show you real quick. I had to do some kind of a paperwork oriented thing where I needed a document, which meant digging into an old suitcase. And in that plastic bag over there, I have no idea if this, I don't think the Zoom works while I'm living, but in that plastic trash bag, it is, it's just all court summonses. Serious. I don't know if you guys remember when I said that I have evidence of the courts manipulating court dates, altering the timestamps, and it's all in there. I hold on to this stuff. You never know. They tried to take away my food stamps, saying that we have a report that you were locked in a jail. I was thrown in a jail. I was unlawfully abducted, put into a jail. I wanted to kill myself. There are days when I still want to kill myself. Um, but I'll spare you the details on that. The point that I'm making when I talk about that is that just because a person is incarcerated doesn't mean that they're guilty of a crime. And that's what the food stamp, the SNAP, Supplemental Nutrition Program, um, that's what the food stamp people were implying, that if you were arrested and put into a jail, then therefore you must be a hardened criminal who does not qualify for food stamps. It's so ironic. I even I even asked. There were these. They spoke with an accent, so I'm guessing they were Haitian or perhaps Jamaican nurses in the jail. And I said to them, just because I've been incarcerated doesn't mean that I'm guilty of a crime. And they were like, I don't know about that. They would not have put you in here if you was not. What do you mean? Dr. King was put into a jail. Jesus Christ was put into a jail. And of course, these would be the same either because a lot of them are devout Christians, Nigerians and Haitians, Jamaican, like was it Karen Charles McDonald, workers, manager. You cannot do that. We are God's people. Yeah, well, your God was an inmate. Okay, okay. Your God had an incarceration number, INRI. They nailed it at the top of his goddamn crucifix. INRI stood for Jesus of Nazareth, King of the Jews. It was a mockery. In the Judeo language, they did not have uh, J's or K's, so they had a R, INRI. Um, yeah, Tovahan, it's serious, yeah. So, they made a mockery of Christ and they incarcerated him. So just because you're put into a jail doesn't mean that you're guilty of a crime. Mind you, I say that knowing that I'm not exactly going to be inviting any any past inmates over to me crib, but you guys get my point. All right, we are after our hour mark here and we're wrapping up. Thank you again. I'm gonna have a couple of scoops of ice cream for dessert, and that's the way it's gonna go down tonight here at Total Control 871 Central, baby. All right, guys. Thank you so much. See you soon indeed. Let's see if we can shut this thing off. And yes, take care, everybody. Lots of love. Be kind to one another and all that jazz. See you soon.